What's up, y'all? Ooh, I'm about to run a light. What's up, y'all? It's me, Erica. It's Friday. Friday is my favorite day of the week. It is my favorite day of the week. Woke up in good spirits this morning. Rested last night. Hope everyone got good rest last night. And it's so crazy because by the time I upload this video, it's like afternoon for for a lot of y'all. And so I know y'all be like, what? But it's morning for me right now. It's 7 o'clock. And I don't have anything to talk about, but baby, let me tell you, last night, go ahead and like and subscribe and share and comment when we get down in the comments and have a conversation. Welcome all new subscribers. Shout out to y'all. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for leaving comments. Thank you for being respectful in the comments. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna turn this heater down. What was I about to say? So last night I kept seeing this. I was on Twitter, of course, and follow me on Twitter, Sweetface Dinero, Sweetface Dinero. You can follow me on Twitter and on Instagram, polite as fuck. It's polite. Hold on, I can't remember where the underscore is. Polite underscore as fuck. You can find me on Twitter. I said the F word twice in less than a minute. A little over a minute, so we'll see what happens. I wanted to get some coffee, but I don't want to get it over here, but I do. But that line at Starbucks be so disrespectful, and it's always wrapped around. Like, see, it's 7 o'clock and it's already wrapped around. Oh no, it's not. Oh, shit, I should have went over there. Anyways, I'll go closer to the job. So what's up, y'all? So yeah, last night I don't have nothing to talk about, so we just talking about whatever today. Last night I was on Twitter and I was like what is this Pastor Wilson? What did somebody's pastor do? I thought somebody was caught with a boy, or somebody was caught on Grindr or jacked or something. No, baby, Pastor Wilson. I said, what is this? So I'm looking, and I was like, oh, a pastor did what, baby? When I clicked on that video, Pastor Wilson was going to town, baby. And I was like, there's nothing wrong with it, but did she? All I need to know is the nigga married? That's why he was going to town, baby. Somebody put under the comments, never should have ate it. Come on, go, bitch. Get over. People do not know how to merge. I promise you they don't. They really don't. Look at this big ass truck. You gonna make us all die because you don't know how to damn merge. Damn fool. The sun is beautiful. I mean the sunrise is beautiful this morning. Be thankful. Be thankful. But yeah, Pastor Wilson was going to town. They said she was hollering. I didn't hear it. I was trying to listen to it last night, but I didn't want to turn it up. I was like, what? That was so funny to me. And he's on video. And who posted it? She had to post it. She what was her name? Deborah and Pastor Wilson. That was so funny to me. I thought it was so funny. I was like, look at this old man, all in the pocketbook, leaving tithes and offerings, honey. Giving a praise report. He's gonna be embarrassed. I wonder how he's gonna talk to his congregation about it. They said it's a church in Texas. Was it Texas? I wonder how he gonna talk about it on Sunday, or he gonna sweep it under the rug. You know how we like to do. What are you talking about? I don't remember. I don't remember. Honey, they are dragging. What's the girl's name? Kylie Jenner. For singing to her baby. She sounded a horrible mess. And then her little baby was had the phone in her hand, and she kept saying she want her daddy to sing. She don't want to hear you sing. That's the problem. That's one problem when you have access to a lot of money. You just start trying shit you know you don't have no business trying to do. You know you don't have no business trying to sing, Kylie. You don't have no goddamn business. You know what's crazy? I do often wonder when people have children and all of the plastic surgery they've gotten, how the child is gonna come out looking, like really, I don't know. And maybe that's why they try to get with black men, is so that they could have the features that they have, their children can have the features that they have paid to get. So they go with a black man so they can get some of those features. I don't know. That's just a theory of mine. I don't know. Call me crazy. Look at the clouds. So what's happening on, let me go on the Shade Room. I don't know. I don't feel like looking on the Shade Room. The Shade Room, whenever I go to Instagram and look at the Shade Room's page, it is like a clusterfuck. They really need to have some sort of like a template for their post, but maybe they just have a bunch of people posting to their page. I don't know, but it looks really like it's not aesthetically pleasing. It's very like chaotic and unsettling. I keep turning the heater off because I get cold. I mean, I get hot and then I get cold again, and hot and cold again. Oh, Amara LaNegra said that it's okay for Gina Rodriguez to say, here she go,
about the word, then it shouldn't be put in so many songs. You know, she was reciting a song. It wasn't like she was talking to someone. She was being confrontational. I don't think she meant it in a harmful way. And I understand both sides. It's not that I don't. It's just that she was singing a song. You know, it's like when you become fans of an artist and those are the lyrics of the song, they go ahead and naturally just sing it. Perhaps she might have not.
Might have not what? What happened?
About the word, then it shouldn't be put in so many songs. You know, she was reciting a song.
Girl, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about that excuse, okay? When I was a child and I was listening to songs that had curse words in it, and that when I was around adults, I knew that I could not say that word because I would get in trouble for using profanity, even in a song. I would still sing the song, and when the curse word would come through, I would not sing it. Kids know how to do that. So if you are not black and you are singing a song that has the word nigga in it, you have the wherewithal and enough brains to know, I can't say this. I am going to skip over the song. And it's simple, and it's that simple. It's that simple. And I feel like that girl does things on purpose to get a rise out of people. I want to share something with y'all. Here, I want y'all to listen to this. This is like four and a half minutes, but it is Ta-Nehisi. How do you pronounce his last name? I mean his first name. Ta-Nehisi Coates. Ta-Nehisi Coates. Is that how you pronounce his name? I can never pronounce it. But he gave a very good explanation of the use of the word nigga, whatever variation you want to claim to use or whatever. Oh my God, is this the line? Okay, it's not that bad. There's only 2 people ahead of me. So let's get, what should I get from Starbucks? Oh, anyways, so he gave the example. So while I'm about to order Starbucks, y'all can hear his example. When every word doesn't belong to everyone.
Last week, Northwestern had this concert with Lil Uzi Vert. He uses the N-word profusely, like a ton, and there was an email sent out to students who went to this concert saying, you don't have a right to use this word, which I 100% agree with. Like, as a white person, I don't have any right. I haven't, until reparations are paid, until there's some sort of giving back, there's no right. But what do you say?
Well, there's still no right after reparations have been paid. I don't know what to do when I hear my friends using this word in a song.
I don't know what to do when it's all the time.
Words don't have meaning without context, okay? My wife refers to me as honey. That's accepted and okay between us. if we were walking down the street together and a strange woman referred to me as honey, that wouldn't be acceptable. The understanding is I have some sort of relationship with my wife. Hopefully I have no relationship with this strange woman. When I was young and I used to go see my family.
Hold on, he's not done.
Good morning, welcome to Starbucks. This is Kevin. How you doing today?
Hi, Kevin. Can I have a grande vanilla chai tea latte with soy?
A hot grande soy vanilla chai.
Yes. And can you make it hot, like super hot or whatever?
Extra hot?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's all.
Okay. Looks like it'll be 5:45. We'll see the window.
All right. Thank you. Not that long, right? Good morning. Good morning. Here we go.
In Philadelphia, where my dad was from, they will all call him Billy. His name is William Paul Coates. No one in Baltimore called him Billy. And had I referred to my father as Billy, that probably would have been a problem. That's because the relationship between myself and my dad is not the same as the relationship between my dad and his mother and his sisters who he grew up with. Right? We understand that. It's the same thing with words within the African American community or within any community. My wife, with her girlfriend, will use the word bitch. I do not join in. I don't, say, hey, I don't do that. I don't do that. And perhaps more importantly, I don't have a desire to do it.
I don't even want
understand?
to. Like, why do you want to?
A while ago, Dan Savage was going to have this show that he was going to call Hey Faggot. I'm not going to yell faggot at Dan Savage. I'm just not, that's not my relationship with the LGBT community. And I understand that, and I'm okay with that. I don't have a desire.
Even in my relationship, my personal relationship with the LGBTQ plus community, I would never, ever think that it was okay to use the F word. Never. Never. And I don't even want to say. I feel uncomfortable even saying sissy or punk. I'm not, unless I'm talking to a straight person like you a punk, because you a punk ass bitch like that, like I called Kristen the other day a punk ass bitch. But no, I don't even feel comfortable, and I don't want to. That's one thing, okay? And and you know what? And at the end of the day, I did kind of rationalize, like, there are a lot of groups. Oh, here he goes. I think he explains it.
Yell out the word, faggot. I just don't have that. The question one must ask, if that's accepted and normal for groups of people, we understand that, it's normal actually for groups to use words that are derogatory in an ironic fashion. Why is there so much hand-wringing when black people do it? Black people are basically, however you feel about it, they're not outside of the normal rules and laws for humanity. I had a good friend who used to have this cabin in upstate New York, which he referred to as the white trash cabin. He was white. I would never refer to that cabin. I would never tell him I'm coming to your white trash cabin. I just wouldn't do that. You know what I mean? I think you understand why I wouldn't do it. The question one must ask is why so many white people have difficulty extending things that are basic laws, of how human beings interact to black people. And I think I know why.
Let's get to the reason why, which I love and which I think is the reason why a lot of people, even non-black people of color, do it. Like I keep saying, you can't, a lot of people, like, I went online to see what the NAACP has to say about the use of the word and how they react when someone on a public platform uses it in the same way as the Anti-Defamation League uses. They really go after people. Someone in the comments the other day was like, Michael Jackson had to change a whole song because of the K word that's in it. I think that we just have an understanding, because there's no way I would go around calling anybody you know, I wouldn't call anybody a derogatory word for Mexican or a derogatory word for Puerto Rican. Hold on one second. Hi. Oh, yes. Perfect. Thank you. All right. So let's listen to what he says.
When you're white in this country, you're taught that everything belongs to you. You think you had a right to everything. You had a right to go where you, I mean, you're conditioned this way. It's not, because your hair is a texture or your skin is light. It's the fact that the laws and the culture tell you this. You got a right to go where you want to go, do what you want to do, be however, and people just got to accommodate themselves to you. So here comes this word that, you feel like you invented. And then somebody will tell you how to use the word that you invented. Well, why can't I use it? Everyone else gets to use it. You know what? That's racism that I don't get to use it. That's racist against me. I have to inconvenience myself and hear this song and I can't sing along? How come I can't sing along? You know what I mean? And I think, for white people, I think the experience of being a hip-hop fan and not being able to use the word nigga is actually very, very insightful. It will give you just a little peek into the world of what it means to be black. Because to be black is to walk through the world and watch people doing things that you cannot do, that you can't join in and do. And so I think there's actually a lot to be learned from refraining.
So what do y'all think? And I'll put the link in the comment if you guys want to see it and watch it and process it yourself. But yeah, I went on the NAACP's website to see, what is the response? Shouldn't they be the ones who are in terms of regulating consequences that come down with the use of the word? In the Gina Rodriguez situation, I think, what's her last name? Is it Rodriguez? Bitch, I don't fucking know. She, I believe, does it on purpose. I believe she does it on purpose. The erasure of black women, what she did with Shahidi. And there's another video running around where she was in a skit or something and she says the word again. So, and then, a lot of people say, well, what's the difference between her and Cardi B? There is no difference. There is no difference. There is no difference. Then you would ask, what's the difference between Nicki Minaj? Because Nicki Minaj looks, right? Is that what it is? Because Nicki Minaj is not a black American. She's a Trinidadian American. Right? So what's the difference? Because the other girl doesn't look black and she's Dominican and Trini American. So what's the difference? What is the difference? Now, saying in the song, like I said, children skip over. I know I used to skip over bad words in the song. We skip over words in songs that we know we can't say. I don't see why it's so hard, and most importantly, what is the desire to want to say it? Why? Because we're cool and you want to feel familiar, but you're not part of this family. You can't come in here using words that we use familiar with ourselves. You can't use that. And like I was telling somebody the other day, I think people know not to use the word around me, even if they use it outside non-black people, particularly Asians, Cambodians, Laotians, Hmong, Japanese, Korean. They are very much deep embedded within our culture, especially in California. And I just say that word makes me uncomfortable. And they don't use it. You don't have to get into a fight. You don't have to, put the hammer down. You don't have to do anything. You could just say, that word makes me uncomfortable. And with any word, right? You can say that. So that's where I am with that. And I thought that his explanation was just like really spot on in terms of the familiarity with the word and being in a family situation. I have a nickname. Y'all would never call me my nickname unless I gave y'all permission to. But even with people tell me their nicknames, and when I find out what their real name is, I'll call them by their real name, because I don't know you like that to be calling you by your nickname. That's not a position. Even if you introduce me, like a girl that was in my class the other day, she told me she was Thai, Cambodian, and something else. And she very much has, like, you can tell that she uses our vernacular, right? You could tell. I could tell by just her inflections. I can tell. And she told me her name, and I couldn't pronounce it at first, but I'm like, okay, let me say it again so I could pronounce it correctly. And she was like, just call me L. And I was like, no, I want to get your name correct. And, you know, I only said it twice incorrectly. She corrected me, and I say it correctly. I'm not going to call you a nickname. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that kind of relationship. I'll call you by your name. And, you know, that's a different variation, but you kind of understand where I'm coming from, right? So, okay, great. So what do y'all think about that? Because, and I want to read his book too. I think his book is in Oprah's book club. I really want to read his book. I can't pronounce his first name, and I'm Mr. Coates, I'll just say. But yeah, he has a new book out, and I think it is in her first book club. I do want to read it. Anyways, what else is going on? Hold on, I'm about to come to a stop. And let me drink my shit before. I said extra hot because I know that I'm going to be running my mouth and not going to be able to drink my shit. I should have asked for a straw. Don't get over here. I got 20 minutes to get there. I could see if I could do it. So yeah, and then even Tim Wise, let's see what he says. He uses third grade logic with the N-word. Let's see what Tim Wise says.
Tim, you said, listen, I really don't care in some ways.
You know, Tim Wise is a white dude.
Say about the N-word. It's much bigger than Paula Deen.
I mean, the only thing about Paula Deen that troubles me is her worldview that nostalgizes the antebellum South. That, to me, is a far bigger issue. But I agree with the last commentator. I mean, the reality is, you know, we have a Supreme Court that in the last 10 days has just basically called 40 million black folks that word without saying it by restricting or limiting the Voting Rights Act of 1965 and basically ending, for all intent and purpose, or at least, you know, limiting in many ways affirmative action. So I'm far more concerned about the kind of racism that comes from very well-educated, law school educated, high powerful people who know well enough not to use that word, but still restrict opportunity based on the same kind of fundamental mentality that affects a lot of people.
Come through, fucking Tim Wise!
At the end of the day, millions.
Come
I just
through.
Want to say with regard to
Tim Wise said, I'm not concerned about that. What I'm concerned about is the people in place that don't say they use that word, but they practice racism in the system. Like, Tim Wise, come on through.
This word, I agree with LeVar. He makes a great point that context always matters. I will say this as a white person doing anti-racism work. I can think of no context where white folks should ever audibilize that word with regard to black folks. I want to make this clear because I know white people get very upset because I've been around white people all my life. I know a lot of them. And they always say, oh, but black people get to use it. Why can't I use it? If that is the only thing you have to complain about as a white person, that you don't get to use that word, your life is pretty sweet. Because the reality is, the difference is history. The difference is there has never been a history where white folks used that word vis-a-vis black people as a form of endearment, or as another word for friend or buddy, or hey, let's go and get a burger at the Mickey D's, my N-word. Like, that's not what we did. I grew up with black friends, and I'm not saying that because I know all white people say that, but I actually mean it. Like, those were my main friends when I was a kid. Like, I didn't just use that word. Like, we didn't use that. And so the idea that white folks can use that word because, you know, it's okay. It's like the old third grade wisdom, or even like not even third grade, like kindergarten. Like, I can talk about my mama, but you cannot talk about my mama, right? That's the difference.
What do y'all think about that? All right. So many people, there's so many people saying, they have the same view. I just wanted to know what the consequence was. But yeah, I went on NAACP's website, and they basically just said, they don't want anybody using it. But I would like to know, and I want to ask, and maybe I just need to reach out to somebody at the NAACP and be like, what is the consequence in a public platform? I said on Twitter a few times that I think what should happen is, because we know how powerful we are, we should all block that person so that you cannot even have access to us at all. Like block, mute, or whatever. Because when we muted Tommy Lauren, baby, she is like really not on my radar at all. Like, she don't come in my timeline. I don't hear nothing. Another white person that I muted was Michael Rappaport, because I don't like how people give him space to talk about black women, specifically Kenya Moore. I can't stand that motherfucker. And every time he was on Wendy's show the other day, why did y'all sit down with him and allow him to degrade black women? Andy did it too, and Andy put him on there with Kenya Moore, knowing that Michael Rappaport has issues with Kenya Moore. And because White Mike grew up in New York or wherever the fuck he grew up, he feels he has space and opportunity to call a black woman's ankles ashy, or do whatever the hell he wants to do, or talk the way he wants to talk about a black woman. I can't stand him, and I've been said to mute his ass. Mute him. So he doesn't have, mute and block. You will not have access to us, so that you can still say, well, I'm gonna talk to so-and-so this kind of way because I was raised around black people. No. I was raised around a predominantly Latin community. You think I'm going to go around using derogatory words and be like, yeah, even in there, they use derogatory words against each other. I'm not going to do that. I'm just not. I'm so tired of that. But I just want to know the consequence. That's my objective, is what is the consequence? And I say mute, block, deny access, and that's it. Mute, block, and deny access. Because people with non-black friends, I hope they're not allowing people around them to use the word at all. And how uncomfortable, and how do you feel like, first of all, it doesn't even sound right. And I don't care if it does sound right. I don't care if you say it in the same way or use the same, inflections as black folks use it. And there's some people that say, I'll never use it. I don't use it. I do. I use it. And I use it all kind of ways, but I can. So that's it. And I think that's what a lot of non-black people of color and white people, they're like, how can you tell me what I can and cannot say? I have access to everything. I don't know what it's like to not be able to do something, have no clue. And so it's like kind of harsh. I mean, they're like, oh my God, like Santana. They don't know how to react to that. And the simple is what is the consequence at the end of the day? So that's all I had to say. A lot of people where a lot of reviews for Basketball Wives are out. A lot of people are saying, this is the last time they're going to talk about Basketball Wives. This is, they're not going to review it next season unless the entire cast and Shawnee is not on there. That would be probably the reason why I would watch it, if the entire cast was changed and Shawnee wasn't on there anymore. I don't know why Shawnee feels like she needs to be on there. I'm not quite sure, but whatever it is, she should not be on there, because it's like, here it is. It's like going out with your boss and then having fun, drinking and everything, and then you come back to work and you're in trouble because you did something with your boss that is inappropriate, or you said something to your boss, or was drinking around your boss, or your boss saw you doing something while y'all was out being friendly and in a non-work environment, but then you get back to work and now you're being penalized for what you were doing outside of work. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I feel like when someone challenges her, like a Brandy, like a OG, that she like really feels like you can't do that to me. Like even Jennifer calling her a liar. She felt like that Jennifer, oh, I'm a liar now? Yes, bitch, what the fuck? Like, you can't be a liar. You lie. You lie. And we saw, and you know, we see how she responds to, like, nobody can be called out of their name except for, and then, you know, Shawnee sits up there and she laughs at jokes about other people. She laughed at jokes about Tammy. She laughed at, you know what, and she, like, when I was watching, I think it was it last season when Tammy had lost a bunch of weight because of her medical condition? And was that last season? And her and Evelyn were going back and forth. Yeah, it was, because she mentioned Chad. And Shawnee was like, don't put me in it. What do you mean? So you're going to sit here and not again hold this girl accountable? I'm trying to figure out what the dynamic of that relationship is. And like I said this morning on Twitter, I'm so glad that Jennifer, even though I believe she said some shit about Shawnee's. I believe she did. I'm so glad that slave owner dynamic that her and Evelyn have, like, you know, the flunky, you know, the girl walking behind, I'm glad that that's over. And I hope that she really sees that that's not somebody that you want to spend the next, you know, I think Jennifer's like 43 years old. What's her name? Evelyn's like 45 or something like that. And I just think that I'm glad that she is done with that. I'm glad that she was like, nah, I'm straight. Because I felt like you're like, well, you can be my friend if you just tell the truth. And just like, what's his name? Rodney, the voice I was watching yesterday, who is adorable. And we kind of laugh alike because he laughed. And I was like, what? It sounded like my laugh. Like when you, I don't know. Anyways, he's so cute. I love his teeth. But he was like, how are you going to tell somebody that you're so mad at them for talking about your daughter and so pissed off at them and so mad that you didn't want a picture taken with this person because your daughter would have been upset because she saw a picture of somebody that was talking about her, but if you admit that you were wrong, we could be friends? That don't even make sense. And then, like, we could just be friends if you admit that you're wrong. So we could be friends if I admit I was talking shit about your daughter, bitch. That doesn't even fucking make sense. Come on, can you go? Can you drive? Can you drive a little faster so we can get down this road? You driving real slow, bruh. Come on, Honda Civic. You don't even make enough to buy you a Honda Civic. Oh, come on. Thank you. Get the fuck over. Girl. You nervous? Please. The fuck? Nervous ass drivers. I'm a defensive driver, y'all. You see, I'm not an aggressive driver. I just don't like people driving too slow and stupid. I don't like people driving fast. I don't like people tailgating me. I don't like none of that. That's why I'm always looking in my rearview mirror, because I don't like people tailgating me. It gives me anxiety, really, to be perfectly honest. What else is going on, y'all? So what else did we talk about? Y'all wanted me to go live. Did y'all want me to go live about the Basketball Wives or something? I keep missing Real Housewives of Orange County. I have to catch up on that. And David Makes Man. I've been watching. I'm only on episode 2 of that. And somebody else was telling me about some show on Netflix. These coal miners back in the day, but they're like gangsters. I forgot what she said. Something Blinders or something. I can't remember. So let's see. Let me read some comments from yesterday from the Basketball Wives videos. I subscribed after this review. Get 'em, girl. That's OBVUST. Shout out to you. OG is too damn truthful and it kills them fake ass hoes. That's what Courtney Paul said. You should have hosted the show. Keisha in Laundry said, what's up, Keisha? There's an online petition going around to cancel the show. Do y'all think online petitions, have y'all ever seen when an online petition actually worked? What is the online? I don't understand. Like, who do you give the petition to, and like, how do you honor the petition? Like, what is the petition? Like, these online petitions, do they work? Like, seriously, y'all, I never see the outcome of, I be signing these online petitions and I'm like, okay, so what's the outcome? I feel like now I just gave my email address to some random ass company, and now I'm going to be getting emails, and they're going to sell my email address to somebody, and I'm going to start getting emails from, like, I don't even, what is the have y'all ever seen an online petition, like, to its fruition, actually put something into action or actually do something? Let me know, because I've never seen that. And thank y'all. Let me tell you, I just happened to look at my window. Thank y'all. Shout out to everybody who sent me a little change. Cash at me a little change so I can get my car washed. Shout out to y'all. Thank you. Let me see. Let me go in and give y'all the proper shout out. Hold on. Let me see. Cherry. Shout out to Cherry, my girl, and Monica Phillips. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for giving the diva a little cash app so I can get by. I'm getting my car washed this weekend. I already told my sons. My son's like, and I told him, keep your damn hands off the windows in the back. Keep your hands off the windows. What else is going on, y'all? Yeah, Pastor Wilson was going to town. Bitch, when I saw that damn comment that said never should have ate it, I said, y'all are crazy. Oh, shout out to Elijah Cummings, who passed away a few days ago. Such a smart person, such a smart man, has been down for the cause forever. I love his energy. I love his personality. No one really knew that he was ill, which is, you ain't supposed to know. It's none of our goddamn business at the end of the day. So, shout out to him, and, sending shout outs to his family and condolences to his family and his staff as well. So yeah. And what else is going on, y'all? Let me see real quick. Oh, and I need to go. I had a list of topics that I was going to do at home, and based on in the community section, I put, like, what else would y'all like me to talk about besides astrology? And Charles and I did an astrology video, and I accidentally deleted it, and I'm pissed because we was talking about the elements. So we're gonna have to do it again. So look at the geese flying. So we're gonna have to do that again. I was like, where the fuck is this video? But I was recording the video. Was it Married to Medicine? What video did I record at home? I don't remember the last video, but it was saying that my disk was almost full. I need to get an external hard drive, to be honest. And I'm about to get a light ring, so we about to do some other things at home. I have to just make it comfortable for me, because it takes me a second. But we're about to switch it up. Like I said, I'm redecorating my bedroom so it can also support my YouTube videos and stuff. And then we're gonna do the podcast, and that's gonna be available on Patreon. But we're waiting. Shout out to all the new subscribers. There are already episodes of my podcast, like from a year. I started a podcast about a year and a half ago, and it's really hard. It's so funny because I was listening to Adrian and to Justin J, who no longer do the podcast together, but they do them separately. And they were talking about how difficult it is to do a single host podcast. And that was my thing. It was so frustrating. Like, I felt like I was talking to myself. I feel like this is different because I technically am talking to myself. But I like, on a podcast, I feel like there should be an exchange of ideas. And so I figured out a way to do that so I can have other people on and as guests. So I figured out how to do that. I already have a Patreon, but I haven't set up that there's nothing on there yet. So I'm finished setting up, and then we're going to start loading the podcast up there and see for, just a little extra conversation, a little more intimate conversation, but we'll see. And also I wanted to do, it's crazy because I want to do a mukbang, but I don't like to hear people eat. It drives me crazy. Like, I want to punch somebody. Like, when I hear like ASMR of people eating, I could do ASMR of like soap cutting, and what else can I do ASMR of? That's really it that I like, is the soap cutting ones. But people eating, ASMR eating. I don't want to do ASMR, but I guess I could do a mukbang. I don't know, but we'll see. The way some of y'all acted, there was a couple comments that were, when I was on, what video was that? That was the other Basketball Wives video where I was, you're doing the most. Why would you zoom behind me like that, nigga? Back the fuck up. What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Child. Oh, somebody on the video was like, I can't get past the snacking. And I was like chewing a chocolate. So, I mean, y'all don't have to watch it if y'all don't like it, but I kind of like watching mukbangs, but I can't hear the ASMR kind of version behind it. Yeah, you pressing on your brakes too much, bitch. Not gonna be able to do it. Ooh, so what else, y'all? What else is going on? Anything exciting for the weekend? Y'all have anything planned for the weekend? How's everybody doing with their meditation and their affirmations? Everybody's meditating. I just downloaded another app. I be downloading all the meditation apps. I don't know why. There's the other one called Balance. I think they sent me an email. Today is Friday. They give you recommendations based on what you want to, focus on: breathing, concentrating, sleeping, winding down. It's called Balance. I'm not getting paid for that. It's just a new app that I haven't even started using it yet. But I thought it was cool, so we'll see how it works. Anything else, y'all? Let's see. Phoebe's teeth are a mess. Yes, they are. She looked like she about to eat her whole face off. Never should have ate it. Never should have ate it. Y'all crazy. The shade room. I don't know what happened. Where's the shade room? Yeah, Amara LaNegra said, I don't see what the problem is. I don't see the problem with it. Girl. I think a lot of people get confused. It's like, if you look black, it's okay. But what if they not, it's a lot of people with dark skin who are not Black Americans. I don't know. I just think there needs to be a consequence so that we can move on to something else. I think we need to focus. If people knew there was a consequence, if we had a collective, okay, here's what the consequence is going to be when people say the N-word who's not supposed to say it in public platform. This is what we're going to do. I think if we decide what the consequence is going to be, we wouldn't spend so much non-productive time on the conversation. You know what I mean? Like, what's the resolution? And I didn't mean to say the other day, and I thought about it, because I hate when people say, like, we can't do two things at once. Yes, we can talk about it, and we can focus on other things too. I said it, and I was like, Erica, that people can do two things. Like I said, well, we should be focused on. I was like, no. Because I hate when people say, y'all talking about this, and you're being distracted by this, or whatever the fuck. So, anyways. Well, I'm getting ready to pull up to the woo-wop. Y'all have a wonderful day. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Keep each other honest. Let's get down in the comments and discuss the topics and our ideas. What did you think? What are your suggestions or ideas regarding the topics that we discuss? Let's talk about it, all right? Y'all take care of each other, and we'll chat soon, all right? Peace. Look at the goddamn pigs. Peace.